Well, welcome everyone. We are here today with Mr. Thee Jones, the author of City of Dreams. I can't wait to finish this book. From what I've read, it's starting out pretty nicely. So I'm going to have him introduce himself and also just kind of give the inspiration for the book City of Dreams. Hello, welcome, Mr. Thee Jones.
Thank you, Mies. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And the book has been out for like the past couple of months. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really thankful for the support that I've been getting. And I'm just really, really, proud of it, because I put a lot into it. And, I just want you to know I appreciate you, your time, your effort, as a co-author
Oh,
yourself,
no
I
problem.
want to give you a shout out. And you kind of inspired me
Oh,
to
wow.
take this role too, yeah, with your book. And
My book
it's really
retreats you could find on Amazon.com. Go ahead.
exactly that's what I was about to say. I was about to go ahead and give you a plug. But yeah, with Retreat, when I read that, I mean, I was really impressed.
Mhm.
And it kind of inspired me to go ahead and step out, and do what I did with this book. And it's been getting a lot of good reviews.
Mhm.
A lot of people have been, sending in emails coming up to me and, really telling me what they've been getting out of the book. So,
Mm.
it's really been worthwhile. And I'm just really happy and excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to be here.
And very proud of you. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit
Thank you.
about the book.
Well, the book is a faith-based book. And the main character in the book, he's a young man. He's a married guy. He's a Christian guy, but he's kind of new into Christianity or whatever. And his wife, that's all she knows. She grew up in the church,
Mm.
and she's raising her family to realize and to know different aspects as far as spirituality, and the power of faith.
Mm.
What you speak, you can speak so much into existence, and a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't even know, not even aware of it,
Mhm.
and with this book, it kind of influenced me to bring something to the level to where everybody could get something out of this,
Mm.
and like I was saying, as far as, with the main character, he's been tested because his spirituality and his faith has been tested.
Mhm.
He has, though, without saying a whole bunch about the book, I'm just gonna kind of give you just a little
Give
taste
us a
of
little
it,
taste.
just a little
Uh-huh. Just
summary,
summarize
just a
it
little
for us.
summarize.
Mhm.
Basically, this young man is dealing with so much. His wife has stage 4 cancer, breast cancer.
Mm.
His son has been bullied in school. He's a football player, and he's one of the star players. But he's going through mental health issues.
Mm.
He's depressed, and he's been hiding it from a lot of people. He's been hiding it from the family. They don't really know what's going on with him.
Mhm.
And the youngest daughter, she's been getting bullied on social media,
Mm.
which a lot of this is what's going on right now, with the kids at school,
Mhm.
getting bullied. And something needs to be done about it. We've been talking about it forever.
Mhm.
There's so many school shootings that's been going on. But what is the solution?
Mhm.
Well, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna talk about it or what? So I just got inspired, like I said, with Retreat, sparking it up, gaslighting me. I'm like, hey, I, I'm like,
I
well,
like
I
how you
gotta do
say that.
something. Yeah, yeah, I'm a father,
Mhm.
and a grandfather.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I would not want my kids to go through some of the issues that the characters in this book has went through.
Mhm.
And there's so much in this book that people can relate to, and I really feel that's why it's been getting such positive results.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's yeah, it sounds like you did a great job of bringing like the characters alive.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that, and I really hear that a lot,
Mhm.
and it makes me feel good knowing that I made that connection,
Mhm.
because there's so many books that I've read to where I'm still missing something.
Mm.
I still hadn't really got anything out of it, But with this book, even if you're not a bookhead, if you just read every now and then, this is such simplicity that's in this book to where you could be done with this in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a novel; it's just a short story.
Short story. Okay.
Right.
What do you want people to get out of it and just kind of take away from the book?
Well, I really want them to really pay attention to what's going on
Mm-hmm.
in the world and society. And our kids are so important, but it seems like the kids are being, pushed off to the side. And what I mean by that is when I was coming up and, when you was coming up in our days, hey, our parents, we didn't have no privacy, so to speak.
We sure didn't. You could not be in the house with a door closed.
No,
I'm sorry. There
no,
will be no
you could
doors
not
closed in my
close
house.
no door. If you close the door, my dad gonna be knocking. Why y'all got this door closed?
And then the doors will be removed.
Yes, your door gonna stay open. And if daddy closed the door, open that door, you better not come back and close it.
Oh no,
You
that was
know,
a sign of disrespect right there. No,
yes.
no.
But now these kids are not growing up under those same standards.
Mm.
These parents act like they scared of the kids, or either they want to be besties
Mm-hmm.
with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And like if your kid is doing different things online, doing different things at school, where they're having problems, parents should be the first ones to address it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe some of these parents that leave it up to the school to raise their kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong in all kind of areas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another reason why they gave me some motivation, to go ahead and write this book and to put it out and publish it, is because parents need to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids are out of control.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like as a father, you're also in your book just kind of giving some parenting tips, and just also kind of giving the history of you, how you were raised, and also like just how you feel things should go as far as parent and child relationships as well.
Exactly.
And why the name City of Dreams?
If I answer that question, it's kind of gonna.
Oh, is it gonna give everything
It's
away?
kind of gonna give it all away.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of gonna give it all away. Therefore, everybody out here who's watching, all my subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
you have to get this book if you don't already have it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, believe me when I tell you, this book is entertaining, this book is shocking, this book is controversial.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of got to watch what's in it, but it's going to keep you going. It's going to be basically like a roller coaster ride. You know, you got to hold on until you get to the very end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, okay, y'all got to get the book just because he won't give us the connection between the title and the book. So,
I want to, but
it's
I can't
almost
do
like
it.
it's almost like a what do we want to call that? Like
It's a thriller.
It's a thriller.
It's a thriller.
It's a thriller. So we gonna look out for that. Well, you know what other projects are you working on too?
I got a second book that I'm working on too.
Okay.
And with everybody who has been real vocal about this book, they've been asking. They've been asking for it, Meech.
Yeah.
They want a sequel to this.
Okay. All right. That's a good
So
thing.
that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. First time author. That's a great thing.
First time out the gate.
Yep.
And I'm already getting so much love, so much appreciation, from the fans, the readers out there, other authors too.
Mm-hmm.
It's been showing me love. And it's just wonderful. It's awesome. It's awesome to be able to get your word, get your message across.
Yeah.
To everyone. I got one more surprise.
Uh-oh. What's
I got
that?
one more surprise.
Is that a good thing?
It's a good thing, Meech.
All right.
It's a good thing.
What is it?
Another thing what we have planned, we're getting ready to put this in production. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Like when you say in production, what type of production? What are we doing?
Short film.
Oh, nice.
Short film.
Very nice.
We have enough people in North Texas and the DFW area where we've got all the talent here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go to Atlanta, New York, California to film, an episode, to film the book, to do the little story on it, and I want to put a visual to this book.
Okay. Okay.
And
Y'all hear that,
we got
right?
talent here in
Y'all hear that?
Texas.
That's right. We do.
We
Actually,
can do it
Texas is
here.
starting to kind of come up with this film, the media and all that. I like what's happening in Fort Worth.
I do. I love it. I
Love
love
it.
it.
Love it. Fort Worth, Texas, I'll say. I'm gonna give a shout out to Fort Worth. Well, you know what? Since you've been talking about your supporters, the people who are supporting you, book wise, you also have a podcast, right? You have a podcast that you do.
Unscripted
Uns-
with D Jones
mm-hmm.
on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh yeah, you guys have to follow that too as well.
Subscribe.
So, what do you want to say to all of your bookies and your supporting fans?
I just want to say thank y'all
Mm,
because you didn't have to buy the book. You didn't have to look at the podcast, but you did.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that. And you get the message that I'm trying to put out,
Mm.
and a lot of y'all stand with me on the message on all the podcast episodes we put out. And Meech, you've been, guest on there, so you know how it go down,
We have a good
you
time,
know.
y'all.
And yeah, we have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We chop it up, but but we help people too.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about,
Mm-hmm.
helping others go through different, tragedies, different instances that they're going through where they feel that there's no way out.
Mm-hmm.
You got help that's available.
Mm-hmm.
And we do it through laughter.
Mm-hmm.
We do it through real talk. We do
Mm-hmm.
it through love,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Real talk is really the thing, the key right there. It's real talk because I mean, it's not like we're all professionals in certain
Right,
areas and what,
right.
but it's just kind of like in our opinions. This is what we feel like our your fans, your supporting people are looking for.
And our experiences
In
too,
our
life experiences.
that's right.
It's like I keep saying, and my favorite thing, everything I tell people, all the advice I give, I didn't see it on TV. I lived it,
Yeah,
or experienced it in whatever kind of form or fashion.
yeah,
To where when I tell you something, I know what I'm talking about.
yeah. Well, your grandmother used to always say, "Just keep living." So,
And yeah, you're gonna learn.
you're gonna learn.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna learn
learn.
today. What's that? What it used to be like a song. Like we grew up in church, y'all. And there was a song. I think it was "By and By." You'll understand it better by and by. So I think it's just like the more you go, the more you live, the experiences you have, you're able to share your truth. And we
Right,
really are
right.
thankful for you in this book, City of Dreams, where
I
you're
appreciate it.
sharing your truth, your experience, your dreams, all of that. So we appreciate that. And once again, thank you for
Oh
sharing
yeah.
with the audience. Any last words, any parting words on this one?
Just to hey, I love everybody out there. Love the support. Love the appreciation, the love y'all been showing. And let's do it in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we said that we were gonna start doing some live shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna plan that with the staff. This month coming up in March,
Mm-hmm.
to where we can actually get out. And this episode that we're doing now, how we said at first, we were going to talk about, mental health awareness, in the youth and, having suicide tendencies. Unscripted. That's what we call it. We call it
Mm-hmm.
that for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and, we decided we're going to let that be one of our episodes that we do in front of a live audience
Mm-hmm.
so that we can have the Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to ask questions, because I get so many emails, of different people who have been affected by some of the previous episodes that we have done,
Mm-hmm.
regarding domestic violence,
Mm-hmm.
regarding mental health awareness, regarding suicide tendencies, you know, a lot of that, especially that we did in season 3, has really, really came up to the front lines,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's not just the ratings, it's not the numbers that we got, from those episodes, it's the response that we got from the people,
Mm-hmm.
real people that's going through different issues, real people that's really been affected, that's hurt, and feel they don't have any way out of it,
Mm-hmm.
but Unscripted has actually helped so many people along the way,
Mm-hmm.
gave them hope, gave them faith,
Mm-hmm.
gave them, a reason to work harder to get to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all go through things, but individually, we all deal with things certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
you know. So
And
I
you,
just really want to, thank everybody for,
yeah,
even put trust, in me, and
yes.
then, you've been on the show too, and us,
Mhm.
and they really believe, what they see. It's not just a concept. It's like we real individuals just like them.
Mhm.
We hurt, we go through things,
Mhm.
and we can relate to them.
Mhm.
And some people don't have nobody to go to. Some people don't
Mhm.
have nobody to talk to
Mhm.
about their problems.
Well, your show is a real show. It just seems like just good friends sharing advice, talking to your audience about the real, you know. So we thank you so much, Thee, for everything that you do. Keep doing what you do. Keep really just, impacting our lives with your conversation. And once again, you guys go out, pick up the book, City of Dreams. Go to YouTube, watch the show. What's the show called again?
Unscripted with the
Unscripted,
Jones.
and keep following and keep sharing your thoughts with us. All right. So
All
you guys
right.
have a wonderful day. Thanks again for listening, and we out. So
We out. Thank y'all.
all right.
Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.